The Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker, Part 2, where we'll hopefully finish the last 2 acts of the game, because, yes, it's 5 acts, and I'm pretty sure we're getting ready to start Act 4, last we left off. So let me get the bot connected, the thumbnail up, and we'll find out what happened to Dr. Dekker, who killed him, you know, what the heck is even happening in this game. So hope y'all are having a great day so far, and be sure to hit the like if you guys have not already. Now we're just here to enjoy the game, have fun, you know, find out what even's happening. And if you could go ahead and let me put up my thumbnail, that'd be great. Don't die on me now, YouTube. Don't die on me now. Okay, there's thumbnail. So it should be saving as we speak. And then let's go ahead and make our way back to the chat. But yeah, I'm excited to see who the killer is and what the real story behind Dekker is. Because it's still a whole jumbled up mess that we've got to understand. What's up? Ooh, Angel and Typical, how are you guys? Dang, R6 copying is taking drastically longer than the actual update. That makes a lot of sense, Typical. And Logan Plays, how is it going? What game are you doing in the future? We shall see, won't we? Tomorrow's game will be Beyond Two Souls, which will be introduced to the channel, but what comes in place of these short story games, we'll see, we'll see. I've got a few ideas. Maybe I'll put it up to a vote, you never know. But yeah, let's get back to the game.
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're gonna smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day
Long time no
over
see,
and
Logan,
over.
but good to see.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Papio, how's it going?
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
So I'm
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl.
This is like a recap. I like
I'm
it.
allowed to talk to her, aren't
He
I?
was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
I think we got everything sorted with these guys that we needed to. Perhaps we should ask someone else a question. Perhaps we should ask someone else a question. Perhaps we should ask someone else a question. Yeah, I think we got all this. Yeah, so the next day. Yeah, this is a lot to take in. Apparently there's all kinds of weird things going on. Like a hooded man, there's some Lovecraftian stuff. you know, reanimation of a dead person, if that's actually what happened with Claire. I don't even know. But yeah, let's go on to the next day.
You can stop looking at me like that. You've made me do this. And don't try and escape. You're all tied up.
What?
Now tell me the truth. Is this a dream?
What? It's a dream,
That's
yeah.
a good doctor. Yes, it's all a big dream. So let's get down to business. Do you believe that people can have kinetic powers?
Can people have kinetic powers? Oh, yeah, that's it, kinetic powers. Yeah, I remember this came up too in the last act we were just
How
playing.
do we treat people with kinetic powers? Do we encourage them or do we discourage them?
What's up, MJ? How are you doing? I should discourage people.
Very good, doctor. That's the right answer. Remember it, or there will be consequences.
But yeah,
Now,
F13
since I'm
is
here,
Thursday,
let's
typical.
have a little bit of fun. Shall we, doctor?
What? Oh my. Yeah, F13 is the throwback game for, you know, this Thursday, so anyone who has it and wants to join in on that, you know, that's a subplay day. And I've worked things out with, you know, Tony will, you know, I'll probably be streaming Rainbow Friday instead of Saturday, and then, you know, Tony will stream the event on Saturday for Fortnite, so yeah, that's how it's looking for the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow is Beyond Two Souls.
There's someone else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting that.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We've both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I'm not broke. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
You may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Yeah, you do need plus for F13. Act 4, Dreams.
Morning, doctor. You're looking a bit unwell. Are they getting you all wound up? Well, have a look at this. I found it in Dropbox. Apparently, Dr. Dekker lent Mariana some money. Sounds dodgy, doesn't it? I also got the toxicology report back from Officer Yates, and shocker, Dr. Dekker had... Sorry, you just have to read it. I should have spoiler alert tattooed on my forehead. And can we not do the grief counselling thing today? I'm all sorts of behind on work, and I'm getting more stressed out watching it all pile up. If you need anything, though, I'm here.
Okay, let me try and get it. Alright. MJ. I don't remember buying this from Pack for F13, but I did, I guess. What's up, Hector084? How's it going? Do you take
What's
temazepam?
temazepam? Why are you asking?
Oof. Okay, Okay, so that's what we've already asked. Yeah, toxicology report. Regional Laboratory Services Toxicology Analysis. Ethanol positive. And benzodiazepines positive for temazepam. Oh, okay. Seems legit. Let's look at the loan agreement. 15,000 pounds. Whoa, dang. Borrower agrees to accept the sum of the loan amount and repay the loan amount in full when terms stated. So the loan will be transferred to the lender in the account designated by borrower with him. Oh, jeez. Okay.
I don't take sleeping pills. Never have done. When you suffer blackouts already, you don't really get offered anything like that.
Huh, no mods in stream, why? You got me, MJ. They're probably all busy at the moment. How are you
I
today?
feel thirsty, Doctor. And hot. Do you have any water?
No. I don't have any water. Sorry.
I've been drinking a lot of water recently. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to the sea. I said I would, but I didn't. I've been feeling this way for a while. It's like it's getting worse because I didn't go to the sea. It's like I'm having...
Are you okay, Mariana? How are you getting worse?
I don't feel well. I feel sick most of the time, dizzy, thirsty. I got a head fog like you wouldn't believe. My doctor, Dr. Rose, sent me for blood tests.
I'm always here. Dee Dee is always watching, even if he doesn't type. That's Dee Dee for you, though.
Dr. Rose thinks maybe I have a vitamin deficiency. I
Okay.
can tell she has no idea. She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach.
Are you some
See,
kind of mermaid or
doctor.
something?
It's calling me.
Just enough space to download F13. Nice, so Typical will be joining in. The sea is
This
calling
sounds
you?
crazy, but I can hear the sea. It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there. Wherever I am, I know exactly where the sea is. It's like a compass.
Let's see, I like your tweet and retweet. Yeah, I just looked at it, Dee Dee. So yeah, I saw when you mentioned, actually.
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting.
This is what
Not
happens
cold
during
and
your
harsh like you'd
blackouts.
think.
Ah.
Swim down to the bottom of the ocean. I can breathe freely.
So you are some sort of mermaid
I
thing.
can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there is a beautiful creature. A glowing being with wispy limbs. It's so warm. I'm transfixed. But my feet shift. I'm unsteady. Below me, the floor is woven in human flesh.
Oh my goodness.
Dead bodies, but some of them still struggling for life. These are the ones touching me, gripping my feet. I scream. That's when I wake up. Do you have that dream, Doctor?
Get Platinum on Detroit, but it's so long to play through it over and over again. So we're gonna play GTA after stream? Yeah, sure thing, MJ. I'm still down. No, I don't have that dream.
Horrific and beautiful at the same time.
Now, what is a glowing being?
It's a dream, Doctor. Stranger things happen in dreams.
Yeah, I think this is what happens during your blackouts. You crazy
Do you
bitch.
forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow me to the beach. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what happens to them. I don't always get followed, though, so it doesn't explain my blackouts. I said I don't know what happens to them. It's not always to the beach. Sometimes they follow me home.
Strange. Where's home for
My
you?
home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me, like the others. I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
Boy. What are you? What are
He
you?
lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online. Dr. Dekker thought I had too much time on my hands, so a distraction would do me good. He lent me
Obviously, you have a lot of time on your hand.
all in all.
Man, Mariana is crazy.
I hear a sound like singing, calling me. It gets stronger when I face it, when I move towards it. That's how I know where the sea is. But when I don't go to the sea, I feel like the sound gets louder all the time. I'm having trouble sleeping. Perhaps I need sleeping tablets after all. I've seen Dr. Dekker drink, but not that much. Certainly not during our sessions. He had other things on his mind, I'm sure.
Okay. Now we talk to Jay. How are you today?
I don't want to talk about grief today. I'm getting enough grief from work. I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have the video footage of his sessions with Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted to be removed from all of the videos, so it's jump cut after jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
Yeah, no video of Dr. Dekker. Spoopy.
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to do but watch while things are encoding.
Psychokinetics, remember? Cult of the Kinetic Mind? Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it.
The frontline battle with insanity. I like the sound of that. The frontline battle of insanity. Some people are just insane.
Professor Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be cured by removing their psychokinetic ability, if present, either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago, I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example.
What?
If someone tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way that the patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main danger as the therapist is believing that you can control air currents. The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then have them. It's the paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes. His favorite was the grandfather paradox.
What's that?
If you can travel back in time and kill your grandfather, then you cannot be born. But if you cannot be born, then you cannot kill your grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
Oh, the grandfather paradox. That's interesting.
I'm on temazepam to help me sleep. If you mix it with alcohol, it's a bit trippy, or sometimes it can make you sleep forever, so I try not to do that. Temazepam is a sleeping tablet. It helps you sleep. I thought I had sleep apnea at first, but it's probably stress. If you worry about not sleeping, you end up not sleeping at all. True story.
Makes sense. So just spend time worrying about, I can't sleep. And before you know it, you're not sleeping.
Some
Because you're
people
thinking.
would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple. I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
You alcoholic.
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints? I'll go and suggest it. Make sure nobody touches the bottle in the meantime.
So sorry I can't say have a 5-hour art exam all day. Have a good stream. Bye. Yeah, good luck with your exam, Sarah. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a great night's sleep.
I have no idea. Maybe he was an undercover secret agent. Maybe he was getting more annoying as time progressed. You're not, though. You're lovely. Is this a good time to ask for a raise?
Damn, she wants a raise. What the hell?
Wow. I was kidding, but thank you, Doctor. I'll take that as a yes. And don't worry, I'll sort it all out.
Well, damn.
Dr. Dekker definitely dabbled in that stuff. I'm not sure to what extent.
Okay, so Dr. Dekker might have been
Like Professor
psychokinetic.
Alderby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about. The cult of the kinetic mind. I should start selling them myself. Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Well, oof. Time for Rainbow Six. It's downloading. I want to get wallbanged to high hell. Well, good luck getting wallbanged to high hell, typical.
There's a lot of stress in here.
Rainbow is fun.
We're dealing with people's
sometimes.
lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
Oh boy. The fat ass answer is here. Yeah, relax by eating.
I love food. It will be my downfall. Stress eating is the worst. I bet you like dance music. I don't know why. I love video games. I just wish they'd make ones with stronger female protagonists. Sorry, I'd settle for any female protagonists.
Oof.
Mariana thought I played hockey. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Alright, time to talk to Elin. And Bold, how's it going? How are you today?
Hilda died last night. I was there. Well, I was there as her daughter. It was nice. She had a good death. She got to say what she wanted to say.
Oh, Hilda.
Hilda was Hilda to the end. I was the doting daughter. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. I love you, Mum.
I'm doing good. How are you? I'm pretty good, Bold. Thanks for asking.
Looks me straight in the eye and says, "Don't let them take Amelia."
Don't let them take Amelia. Okay, Bold is here. Good, you can't play GTA with me and Spy. Oof. Do you have access to sleeping pills?
Most people have taken sleeping pills at some time or another, haven't they? It's probably quite easy to get hold of them. Although, I have to get a doctor to sign a prescription if I need any at work. It's probably the same for Jaya.
I have GTA on a PS3. And dun dun dun, can't join on the PS4. Oof.
Dr. Dekker drank a bit. I didn't say anything about it, but well, it's not very professional, is it? I mean, it's not like he was drunk. Must be very stressful being a therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor?
Nope.
Maybe you're just tired then. You should get some rest. Jaya seems really nice. I don't know why she'd want to work in a place like this. I just mean, get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room. I know they're just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps.
Which patient gives you the creeps? Claire? Claire's creepy.
She's a slightly older one, isn't she? Always well dressed? Yes, her. I'm pretty good at picking up on people's energy, and hers is cold. Actually, I think I sort of know her. Claire Castleford, isn't it? Apparently, she attacked her husband or something.
Yeah, Bold, I'm gonna play with MJ after stream. Play some GTA.
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum. He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son.
Why was Dekker a lousy son?
I was
I don't think
angry
I
at
believe
Dr.
this.
Dekker. Hilda's daughter, she's in Australia, so fair enough. Maybe she really couldn't get over to see her. But Dr. Dekker's mum was dying literally on the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her, but in a way I wish I hadn't, because it let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little he cared until I told him the news.
Wrapping hooks, I mean, what? What's up, Shark Boy? How's it going? I can stop you shifting. Who's Amelia?
Amelia's Hilda's doll. She used to have about 9 or 10 of them, all glassy-eyed and creepy looking, with frilly dresses and curls. All over her room they were. In the end, we had to get rid of them. They weren't very hygienic. But we let her keep one, and that was Amelia.
What happened to
I'm
Hilda's
keeping
doll?
her safe until I can pass her on to Hilda's daughter. Maybe she'll fly over for the funeral. I don't know. Are you okay, Doctor? You look a bit pale. Yes, I told Dr. Dekker. Most other people wouldn't have believed me, but he did. In fact, he cared far more about the shifting than he did about his mum dying.
Oh. Oh my, Dekker. Oh my. Why do you think Dr. Dekker didn't care about his
For a
mum?
moment, I thought he might cry. Just for a split second. But he didn't. He just carried on with our session. I wish I knew what went on there. Jaya probably knows. She spent quite a long time with Sarah when she visited. Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand, I told him to think of a loved one, and then there was nothing. I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void. The only thing I could feel was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'm not sure I could have made it back.
Spell once we could play Fortnite with you. I mean, it's up to you, MJ, if you'd rather play GTA or Fortnite. Either one's good with me. How's
Terry
Terry?
hasn't been into work for a few days. I hope there's nothing wrong with her.
Terry hasn't been into work for a few days. I hope there's nothing wrong with her. Oh, you're a horrible person. Or you're just pretending.
Terry and I are never going to be best friends, but I wouldn't wish her ill.
I hope there's nothing wrong with her.
I referred
Elin.
myself because of Dr. Dekker's mother. Was I supposed to have a letter? You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset.
Oh, so it makes her angry. Play GTA, but I feel bad for Bold. Then we could play GTA, MJ. And it's I like playing different things sometimes, and there's quite a lot of, Fortnite that I've been doing, so it'll be nice to change up to some GTA. How are you
There's no
today?
lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something.
The problem with the
The little
girl?
girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
Doctor! Oh, sorry, but I found some of the referral letters we were talking about. There is a pattern, but it's not the same for everyone. He said to get them to you ASAP, so here you go.
Okay, let's look at the referral letters then. Hackett and Brown. Dear Dr. Dekker, I refer a client to your clinic for evaluation, Claire Castleford. She's being charged with the murder of her husband, and we require a diagnosis as to whether she was of sound mind and had the means required for the crime. Can you spell Hackett Brown? Solicitors Hackett and Brown, okay. I don't think Hackett and Brown can spell. So cocaine, toilet paper, and GTA. Good job for Cahill. Oh my goodness. Alright, this is chart token and ball. Dear Dr. Dekker, we believe that our client, who has only given us her first name, Mariana, is mentally unstable and would like your expert opinion on this matter. We are happy to cover all your costs and look forward to receiving your report forthwith. G-Chart. Chart token and BAW Solicitors LLP. Cat Rowanbeck Solicitors. For the attention of Dr. Dekker, I'm referring yet another client to you'd say for further psychiatric evaluation. It is my hope that you concur with my suspicions. You're able to find him insane under guidelines set out within the McNaughton rules. Alright. I don't exactly see the pattern in the referral letters. What has David been doing?
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat. I'm being generous. It was definitely a cat. I spoke to David about it, but I have no idea if he can comprehend me or not. He just grunts at me. He doesn't even smile anymore. Not at all.
Oh, he hunts and skins things and grunts at you. Maybe it's because you're finding out your husband is not a real person anymore. And what's up, Zero? How are you doing? So I bring back GTA 5. That might come back, Zero. What I plan to do is put all the games up to a vote that are throwbacks and, see what we're bringing back. There will be one game on the list that I have in mind to possibly bring back. But, it won't be played as a throwback, so. I've got 4 games in mind, it'll be put to a poll. But yeah, MJ, I think I might watch the event with Tony, but if, things change, I'll watch it with you, yeah. Where did the cat come from?
Yes, sorry. I left out an important detail. The girl, Anushka, she was crying because her cat had gone missing, and she thinks that David killed it. Doctor, I'm worried.
The girl Anushka. What kind of name is that? But yeah, the options that I'm thinking of, bringing back, obviously F-13 and GTA, and also I'm throwing in not Killing Floor, Sims and BO3. So that's 3 options I'm or 4 options actually. And I'm thinking of bringing. Well, my brain is a little mumble jumbled. It's this game, I swear, it's messing with me. What are you worried about?
David's not going to stop at cats. He's killed deer, rabbits, wild birds, and now cats. I'm worried he might add little girls to his list. I can't stop him.
Then end him.
I can't stop him. I can't control him in any way at all. Ever since I brought him back from the dead, he has done nothing but ignore me. I'm starting to think that I need to put David out of his misery. That I need to end his suffering. That I need to kill him again. What shall I do, Doctor? Should I kill David?
Oh boy. On one hand, David might not even be real. She might not have really brought him back. He could actually be dead and it's all in her head, and we could be killing the psycho delusion of her dead husband this way. But she might have actually reanimated him and he could be... Oh... Damn, this is hard. Just kill it.
So much. But you're right. It's time. He's becoming a danger to people around him, not just himself.
I feel like that was the right thing to do there.
I'm too afraid of what would happen to me in my sleep.
The event's gonna be squads. Yeah, if things come up and, you know, I'd change my mind about watching the event with Tony, then yeah. I could watch it with you, MJ, a few others. I'm not against it. Was Dekker an alcoholic?
Dr. Dekker was an alcoholic. He hid it well. I never saw him drink. He certainly never offered me a drink. God knows I could have used one.
Damn.
I never talked to Bryce, but I did talk to Iris. She didn't want to at first. She blames me for David's death, but as we both know, that's not a thing. Anyway, she said she was never locked up in any basement and had never heard of any Dr. Dekker. So it's, as I first suspected, a lie. You didn't make all of that up so I'd talk to Iris again, did you?
No game's better than this one. That's very true, Dee. I mean, I'm enjoying this game. It's definitely perking my interests, but yeah, maybe this isn't something I'll play through, you know, again on the channel. These games are a good one-shot, though. They're good to fill in the gap between, you know, some of the bigger, longer story games. I made up the story about... No, I didn't make up the story about Iris.
Mr. Bryce seems to have a few more issues than me. Perhaps you should ask him about that.
Did you remember the photo?
Yes, here. From a few weeks ago. As you can see, Doctor, he looks perfectly normal.
Let's look at the photo. Oh. And this is a few weeks ago. Huh. Okay.
Dr. Dekker was very quiet in our sessions after seeing David. After a while, he started talking about David like he was a pet, asking me what I fed him, what he'd do in certain conditions.
It's not the same bad, but it's always the same things. Talk, talk, talk. Yeah, it's like this is a more intriguing thing to just, you know, play through alone than, you know, stream and have people watch. Yeah, I could understand that perspective. Oh, it's Dr. Dekker talking about David as if he was a pet.
I think he was fascinated with it all, and David and I had become new test subjects for him. When I said David never listens to me, he urged me to start giving David treats for pleasing me.
What?
Not in that way, but showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat. It did actually work, but I had to stop myself. I felt like I was training a monkey. It just wasn't right. Dr. Dekker asked me if I'd ever accidentally locked David in, which I hadn't, but curiosity got the better of me, so I locked him in the lake house. He couldn't get out. He didn't have the wherewithal to operate the lock. My solicitors did refer me, but I ended up going privately as it was cheaper. I'm paying them enough already without them getting a percentage of my therapy bill.
Huh, interesting. It's more for adults than kids. Yeah, I think it's only you and MJ that are really here at the moment. But yeah, it's fine. Not everything is everybody's cup of tea. I can stop you reanimating people.
Doctor. It's not really something that needs to be done, though. I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past.
Good. I like it. Okay, moving on. Bryce. Okay, yeah, we've got Bryce. Ooh, Scarlet. I don't think I've seen a Scarlet yet. Glenn. Who are you? Who the hell are you, Glenn? I've got Nathan again. Okay, let's go up to Bryce now. How are you today?
Fine. I'm worried. My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military. I've developed a new skill to deal with him.
I'm too old for this shit, JK. Oh, good old MJ. What new skill have you developed?
Last night, I saw him draw something from his jacket. He was approaching me, grinning. I had nowhere to go. So I closed my eyes and imagined, well, I imagined being back home. And when I opened them again, I'd teleported.
Oh, jeez. A teleporter now. Do you know anything about sleeping
My other doctor had
pills?
prescribed me sleeping pills before I came to see Dr. Dekker. I think they were called temazepam. I never took them. I saw Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her. Do you think I should tell her about the photos, Doctor?
Tell her about the photos, don't tell her. Oh, tell her.
Yes, you're right. I should tell her what I've done. Or at least let her have the photos. I don't think she's going to be very pleased. But I should be honest.
How's
is
work?
fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore. I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
Wow, Bryce the Thief. And what's up, Shark? How are you doing? Welcome. How's your day going? What else have you
It's just
stolen?
that one thing, just the painting I've stolen recently. I think my new pursuer is unraveling me. Is it okay to steal things, Doctor? If I really like them?
Yes, it's okay to steal things. I don't want... No.
I thought
No,
you'd
it's
say
not.
that. I will do my best to refrain from it, but I can't promise anything.
Doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. How's your day? It's going good, Shark. Good now that I'm here, you know, streaming. You ever see
I never saw
Dekker
Dr.
drink?
Dekker touch a drop. Doesn't mean it wasn't going on behind closed doors, though, does it?
Yesterday we were cracked out. You're doing spies me vaults, so you've become brick motion now. So, how's it going, vault? Or should I say brick? Wanna play MJ? I wanna laugh. How do you know your pursuer's
Might
definitely
see.
military?
He's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor? Oh, I think I might know.
Why?
I think he's death, Doctor. I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score. Do you think it could be death?
Spy gives me a life. Oh, the Rainbow Siege update file is installed. But this game, we're basically trying to, you know, help these patients that Dr. Dekker left behind, and also solve how, you know, Dr. Dekker got murdered. You know, we're trying to fix Dr. Dekker's mess and find out how he died. I don't think it's death.
Just me. I'm going crazy. I'm so strange. Everything about me is strange already, but to have another presence in my hour, it's unhinged me.
Therapy? Yeah, in a way, this is basically therapy. Yeah, we're basically a therapist.
I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
This game again with the people on heroin and crack. Can you demonstrate how you teleport?
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one. But I can see you don't believe me. Do you really want me to teleport, Doctor?
No.
Good. I was starting to think you didn't care about me one way or the other.
You said before you feel like you're unraveling.
No, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker.
Tell me about
I
your
was one of
referral.
Dr. Dekker's first patients. I wasn't referred by anyone. My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time I had during our 10-minute slot.
Wow. 10 minute slot. Hell, that's not a lot of time.
Yes, that's David Castleford. I've no idea when it was taken. Shocking composition.
If I
No,
told you could
Doctor.
stop your
No,
curse.
you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
Damn. Damn, you can't donate through Xbox? I don't like Fortnite anymore. Yeah, I think a lot of us are finally starting to lose interest in Fortnite. I mean, Season 10 might just be my last, depending on how it looks for me. But yeah, you definitely don't have to donate, Alex. Just hang out, watch the streams, support, and that's enough for me. Scarlett, who are you?
Scarlett. I haven't been in since he died. Since Dr. Dekker died. He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are. His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about.
What's up, Dova? How's it going? But yeah, what this is, it's basically a, sort of detective sort of game. You're a therapist trying to help the patients Dr. Dekker left behind after he got brutally murdered. So, yeah, trying to figure out, who killed the doctor while at the same time helping these patients with strange, powers. And it's interesting. It's definitely different. What did Dr. Dekker dream about?
Amazing. Filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. But that was in the beginning.
Much relaxing after a long day of work. How are you today? Oh, I had a long day of work too, Dova, but I'm doing pretty good now. It's nice to just relax and, play something a bit more different. But yeah, you guys definitely can donate. It's just, I don't push it too much. It's everyone's choice. How do you know what his dreams
I'm a
looked like?
dreamwalker. I can visit people and help them in their dreams. You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
See, we've got a dreamwalker now. What creatures were in Dr. Dekker's dreams?
Soft, intricate things. I couldn't draw a picture if you asked, but they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them.
Strange creatures in a dream. Okay.
Chaotic, dark. Like an earthquake, everything you stood on shifted into something else. I think he was fighting with something internal.
Yeah, Shark is right, MJ.
And it was winning.
Yeah, and donation is the money sign. Yeah, for your phone it should be like right below the chat. A little money symbol. What was Dr.
I don't
Dekker
know.
fighting?
It's a turn of phrase. Inner demons? Insanity? I don't know. I can visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me.
No notifications, oof. Oof. That's how Tony wasn't here, no notification. Yeah, did anyone get notifications? Or is it just Tony? How do you
It's
dream
something
walk?
I've been able to do since I was little. I was born an identical twin, and my sister and I shared dreams. We just thought it was normal. When our younger brother started having night terrors, we helped him. I just need to know the person, a little, and know they're dreaming. Then I can sort of jump into them.
Okay, so yeah, it must have been something on Tony's end where he didn't get a notification. Oof, Tony. Tell me about jumping into people.
Something, I think, in my mind.
Oh, MJ didn't get
Firstly,
notified
I need to
either.
sleep myself.
So I guess it just went out
I'm
to some,
constantly
but not
tired,
others.
So I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into that person. That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't know if anyone else can do it.
Who have you taught?
I don't know. Lots of people. Whenever I get close enough to tell somebody about it, the first thing they want to do is try it out or have me visit their dreams. That's kind of why I'm here. Relationships.
A new Lego shelf for Max and Setsuri Foldo. Dang. Mr. Lego Man over here. How are your relationships?
It's difficult to sustain them. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements. It's hard keeping friends, too. Like I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out. The problem is, I don't normally like what I see.
Oof. It's hard to keep friends. Jeez. Why don't you like what you see?
I think people try to show off. Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream. But when they're comfortable with that, they start to put on a show. But most people can't control their dreams, so they tend to turn into nightmares pretty quickly. Oh look, I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, why is it destroying New York?
That's Tony's dream right there. Fucking Stay Puft Marshmallow Man destroying New York, Ghostbusters style. Why, Tony? Why do you have to destroy this woman's dream walking with the fucking Stay Puft Marshmallow? How do other people's dreams affect relationships?
Experienced someone's dream. If they've been a bit creepy in it or terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about my ability? Keep it a secret, bottle it up?
Keep it
I'm
secret.
not sure that's healthy, but I guess I could give it a try. What if it accidentally comes out? Is there anything else I can do to stop pushing people away?
Except they're just dreams. Refuse to dreamwalk. Be honest. Except they're just dreams.
Difficult to do when you experience them like I do. But I know what you're saying is right. A lot of the time I assume people are controlling their dreams like I can. But they're probably directed by their subconscious, and who controls that?
But when MOC stands for my own creation. Oh, good to know. Yeah, the robot event, Shark. You know, what the countdown timer above all the platforms is about. You know, the big Season 9 Fortnite event. So he ate the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, that's how he died. God, shh, Tony. That's secret. Refuse to dreamwalk?
If I could breathe through my ears, you wouldn't want to see it. I do say no. A lot. But I usually cave eventually.
Yeah, we all make mistakes. It's, you know, part of life. Be honest.
Double honest. Interesting. I suppose I haven't really tried that. I might just give that a go.
Were you dating
He's
Dekker?
dead now, so I suppose it won't affect him if I admit that. So yes, I was. Not near the end, though. Not when his dreams started changing.
It
Like
could
I
also
said,
stand for Mobile
my
Operations
ability
Center.
ruins relationships. Who told you? Jaya?
Why Jaya?
Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker.
You good, Scarlet?
We didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman. So much control over someone who was supposed to be her superior.
The other woman? What were you doing on Valentine's Day?
It was awful. I had a bit of an accident with a creme brulee torch and had to spend the night waiting in A&E. I melted a nail to my finger.
Oh.
It hurt a lot and needed stitches. It's all fine now, though.
Perhaps you should ask someone else a question. Alright, Glenn, who are you? Who are you?
Sorry, I'm Glenn. I didn't expect to be here. I was looking for the men's room.
Well, why are you here then?
Like I said, I was in the green room. You know, that new restaurant in town. I actually need to do something. Done. Sorry. I was in the middle of a date and needed the restroom, and here I am.
What the hell? How'd you... Well, the restroom.
Sorry, you're not familiar with my case. I stepped through the restroom door into your office. Sometimes when I go through a door, it opens to another place.
Oh boy. What's wrong with all these people?
No, I shouldn't imagine she did that. I didn't even pass through the waiting room. Besides, it's lunchtime, she won't be there.
No Jay's lunch
No,
schedule?
not really. But it's lunchtime, and you don't normally see patients now. Well, Dr. Dekker didn't normally see patients now.
Tell me about Dekker.
Dr. Dekker was crazy. I arrived late to the party. Apparently, he was a fine, upstanding citizen before. Don't know what changed him. Of the few sessions I had with him, he'd observed me walking through doors.
What did he observe?
I'd walk through a door and I'd disappear. And then I couldn't get back. The session was £150 either way, so I paid that for a couple of times and then decided it was a bad idea. As you can see, it's still happening.
This game could go suck on a pee-pee. And not your type of game, is it, Shark? Oh, I'm Spider addicted to Whoppers. I eat Whoppers 24/7. What's still
The doors.
happening?
I'm still vanishing from one place to another.
What's causing your
Dad
problem?
died. He was on his deathbed and I was complaining about work, women or whatever. It was an idiom. He said, when one door closes, another opens. Then he died. I needed those words to be important. So here I am.
Okay. So if I'm to believe strongly one door opens, another one closes, then I could walk, through a door to a whole new place. Good to know, Glenn. Good to know.
He was stoic. He had tuberculosis in his lungs. That's what killed him. Nobody knew until the end. I never got to say I loved him.
Do you regret not saying you loved him?
Maybe. He'd split with my mum 3 years earlier. It was messy. It was bad. I didn't talk to him really at all. They called me as next of kin, said I should come in if I wanted to say goodbye. I did love him. He just broke everything.
Relatable. When you love someone, but they just break everything.
No. I hadn't seen him for so long. I just let it all out. I screamed, I shouted, I punched the walls. Do you know what he said? Sorry. Over and over again. Like he really meant it.
Oh, damn.
He did. He really meant it. And when I stopped, when I was exhausted, he smiled at me. Like he cherished me. Like he'd been waiting to say sorry. Waiting for forgiveness.
Damn. That's deep. And what's up, Eve? How are you doing? Squad combo shark meets spy and boy shark. But yeah, this is the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker, a sort of mystery game. Did you forgive your dad then?
I didn't get to. I didn't get to say I loved him. I didn't get to forgive him. He just said when one door closes, another opens. And then he died. What does he think of me?
Oh boy. Your dad loved you.
All those years, thinking I was the bigger man. It turns out he was. There's no going back, is there, Doctor? When one door closes, it's shut forever.
The door's not shut forever.
How do I go back?
Try to forgive yourself.
I think you're probably right. I've been trying to address the symptoms and not the root of the problem. You might be the best replacement doctor this place has seen. I'll book a real appointment next time, and you can help me with this. Thanks, Doctor.
I like this Glenn guy. Alright, now we talk to Nathan.
Good. I ran into one of your other patients, Mariana. She's beautiful. I think we might go on a date.
Oh boy.
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots. Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
Oh, the truck driver. Which one?
The truck driver that ran into Hannah. He was divorced, apparently. He killed himself. He mixed sleeping pills with alcohol too. But he died in his garage.
70 degrees I'm wearing a thick jumper and shorts. I wonder why. And Brick, welcome back. But yeah, I actually like this game. It's something different. It's more a game that makes you, think about, like, life. Like how you could affect your own reality. You've just gotta take control and think about, all the possibilities you have in front of you. Like this is opening up my mind to all kinds of, different concepts. What do you know about Dekker's drinking habits?
Isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink, though. I read it in the paper. He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window. Not until he put his daughter in the seat first.
Wait,
it's one of those newspaper stories you read, and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car. Do you know I wrote him a letter?
What letter?
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault, but the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me. Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
No, definitely no. This game is different, kind of weird. It definitely is.
His daughter's picture was in the paper. Molly.
Tell me about Molly.
Ever since I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me. Crazy, right?
Holy shit. Did you guys just see that? What the fucking hell? I'm scared.
What are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him?
I want to find out who killed him. I want to cure his patients. Oh. Damn, I don't know. What do I want to do the most? You know,
It's been
cure.
nice chatting with you. Don't get me wrong. But I can't help but feel you're mainly interested in finding out about the old doctor. I suppose you already know Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him.
It's creepy she was there. Yeah, that really is. How did Dr. Dekker think a patient was trying to kill him?
He told me in one of our sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad. Not good messages.
What sort of
He
messages?
didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing.
Tell me about your referral.
My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to. Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things.
Let's talk
I can't
about
really explain
Mariana.
it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
What have the police got to do with
I think I've
Mariana?
probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway. Please do. I wish I could believe you.
Well, they never believe it. Okay, let's go to the next day. Wait, let me make sure I've got everybody. Okay, yeah. You know I never ring your doorbell?
If you say so, it must have been your twin then.
My
I
twin.
don't know if I have a twin. Do you have a twin, Doctor?
Yes, it must be. No, I don't have a
I
twin.
know you don't. It was definitely you, wearing what you're wearing now.
I have Xbox Live Gold and I'm bored as fuck. Rip. What's the story about? Well, basically all these people have some sort of, you know, problem or special ability. You know, they're basically like psychokinetic abilities, like they all do with the mind. Like you think a certain thing and you know you could believe it strongly enough and do that thing. We're trying to cure these people while at the same time find out who killed the Dr. Dekker, because it was one of the patients that killed him. We just don't know which one. Has Nathan spoken
He's the
to you?
cute, sad-looking one, isn't he? He asked me out, and I said I'd let him know. Do you think I should go out with him?
Is it like that, haha, like upside down? Have you been dancing
No.
recently?
There's been no dancing. I haven't been feeling that well, Doctor.
Go out with Nathan,
Okay,
sure.
but if he goes missing, don't go looking at me.
Tell me about your
It's
referral
a
letter.
referral letter, Doctor. Don't overthink it. A girl can't be too careful with everything that's been going on.
Mr. Shark, the glitch man of Xbox Live Gold. I can stop you having the blackouts.
You said it with such a serious look on your face, I almost believed you. It would be good if you had some kind of superpower that helped me, but I don't think so.
What's like a compass? What a hint there. What's like a compass? I don't know. I think it's time to move on to the next day now. I tried doing it for my friend like 20 times and it didn't work, so it's patched. Rest in peace, the glitch.
You said you'd help me with my problem, but he's still here.
Who?
Dr. Dekker. He wants me to kill people.
What?
He wants them to follow me to the sea, to the creature.
What?
It eats them. It's getting stronger. Dr. Dekker says when it's strong enough, it's going to walk again. That's why I black out.
Oh, boy.
He doesn't want me to know. He doesn't want me to remember. I'm feeding a beast that wants to eat us all. You've got to tell me, Doctor. You have got to tell me the truth.
Plan Builder Pro, not Combat. I definitely play on Combat, MJ. I did like 2 years ago, so I don't remember how to do it if it was unpatched. This is spooky. What do you want me to tell you?
You're dreaming, but your dreams are the truth. Don't forget me when you wake. I don't know how I'm in your dream, but now we're together. Let's play a game.
Oh no. What game?
I say a word, you say a word. Ready? Guilty.
What makes you think that I play Builder, MJ? Innocent.
Murderer.
Oh god. Mariana.
Wrong answer. Now you're stuck with me. 3 little words and I'll let you go.
I love you.
Yes. Yes, you do.
I'm tripping out right now. What the hell? Look at your screen, dummy. I mean, I'm definitely Combat Pro, MJ. I don't know what your screen shows you. Oh man, that was like the trippiest thing I've seen in a while. Are you sure? Yes, I want to move on from that.
The truck driver
The little girl.
killed himself.
David is weird.
She's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly.
out of his misery.
Is it okay to steal things?
Sleeping tablets.
Fingerprints?
Dead bodies.
I saw Jessica.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Do you think I should tell her about
Psychokinetics?
the photos?
Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink.
Bit of a drinking problem.
It's probably the same for Jaya.
One of his patients was trying to kill him,
He lent me some money.
leaving him messages.
Creature.
Getting an iPhone 6s for my B-Day.
Teleported.
You
Nice
have that
brick.
drink, Doctor?
Oh!
Act 5 insanity, please.
Doctor. You look
There's something I need to tell you. I can't find Dr. Dekker's prescription pad anywhere. I'm not sure when it went missing, but I don't remember seeing it for a while. Yours is there, but I'm scared one of the patients may have got their hands on it. Let me know if you find it, anyway, and ask me about Mariana later. I've got news.
News about Mariana? I bought my mom an iPhone for her birthday. Dang, Eve. You must either been saving that up, or you've just got stacks of money. Did you write the death threats? How are you today? How are your dreams? Tell me about being followed. I want to talk to Jaya first. What's the news about Mariana?
I've been reviewing your files. I know, I'm sorry, a bit naughty. But have you considered that Mariana may have murdered Dr. Dekker because of the money she owed him? She had most to gain. She got all the money if he died. And it makes most sense, doesn't it?
Like Spy, he's rich. Not the second one, not rich. So what I'm getting is a hand-me-down from my mom. How are you today?
I'm worried about you, Doctor. And the fingerprints on the bottle? Sorry, I dropped it.
Oh boy. Why are you worried about me?
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
Spy, he's rich, just doesn't show. Shark, preposterous. And nice, even new headset tomorrow. I kind of want to get myself a new headset sometime soon. Do you think I'm going insane?
About going insane, Doctor. That's one thing I can't let happen on my watch. If you become insane, then I'll snuff you out.
Oh no. Did you snuff Dekker out?
Dr. Dekker had, in my opinion, become clinically insane, and it was rubbing off on the other patients. Maybe I would have put a stop to it, but I didn't need to. The grandfather paradox did that for me.
Mine broke yesterday. Well, it's a good thing you're getting a new one, you know, right away then. You're saying the grandfather paradox killed Dekker?
Dr. Dekker killed his grandfather by going back in time.
You sure?
At least he thought he had. An earlier version of himself knew this would happen, so to prevent him from preventing himself from being born in the first place, he took an overdose, sleeping tablets and alcohol. At least that's how he explained it to me before he did it.
Wait, what? So Dr. Dekker killed himself? What?
I think I'm okay with the grief now. My mother died suddenly, and I think I was projecting Dr. Dekker's death to be about her. I know they're not related. My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different. She burst into flames. I was 7. They said she must have been smoking and drinking on the sofa, but she doesn't smoke or drink. Professor Alderby said it was spontaneous combustion.
Here.
Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing. I'll let you know if it turns up.
I forget how much I bought my headset for. Brick. Tell me about the death threats.
I didn't know anything about that. If I have any grievances with my employer, I spit in their coffee. I hope that's how you like it.
It smells like broken here. Broke boys.
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them.
There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients. I think he wanted all of their powers. If you believe in that sort of thing.
Yes, always get things on sale, everyone. Who were the special patients?
Any patient who presented with psychokinetic issues, they were his special patients. Towards the end, he began ignoring all the other cases. Most of the patients saw it as a curse, what they were experiencing, what they were unwittingly doing. Dr. Dekker saw it as an ability, a power to be harnessed and used for, well, God knows what he was going to use it all for. So we made them give in to it, and it consumed them, consumed all of them. Whether you believe any of that or not is your choice, but they did, which made them angry. And that's why I think he was murdered by a patient.
Huh. Who do you think murdered Dekker?
It's not your job to find out who the murderer is. It's the police. You can only point them in the right direction. Murder is a means to an end. There's a lot more going on here you should be thinking about.
Who is Brick? Brick is Vault Boy. He changed his name recently, I guess. Do you think Cthulhu is real?
A space god that's resting at the bottom of the Atlantic. It's not likely, is it? Or maybe you think it is. Have you spoke to Mariana today?
Not yet. I'm not sure the patients are improving.
Your patients will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? In a few weeks' time, there'll be a whole new bunch of faces with a whole new bunch of quirks. Let's not have a whole new doctor, shall we?
Oh, who is Brick? Oh, who's breathtaking? I see now. Oh, 20 hours, 4 more. Nice, Dee Dee. Perhaps you should ask someone else a question. Alright, let's talk to Mariana now. Do you know about the stolen prescription pad?
Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one.
Did you write the death threats?
I prefer actions over words, Doctor. You know that.
Did you take the prescription pad?
That's a low blow, Doctor. And after all our sessions, I'm not a thief. Even the loan, that was just unfortunate.
Okay, tell me about the loan.
Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional. He had no proof, of course. Either way, or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back, and I didn't have it.
Did you kill Dekker because you owed him money?
Why would I do that? Dr. Dekker transferred our loan agreement to Claire at Castleford. She bought him out. I owe her the money now.
Oh. Tell me about the loan transfer.
I don't know why she did it, but Dr. Dekker got repaid, and now my agreement is with Claire. You should ask her.
Interesting. How are you today?
Fine, Doctor. I went to the beach, swam under the sea, and returned to tell the tale. No blackouts. Nothing.
How are your dreams?
I don't dream, Doctor. I haven't dreamed for years now.
You're lying about not dreaming.
I did say that was a dream, didn't I? Is it easier to swallow, knowing it's the truth?
What's the
The
truth?
truth is, I'm not like you, Doctor. Or anyone else. I can swim to the bottom of the ocean for hours. And people follow me. Even if it's the last thing they do.
I see notifications, but I'm too busy to open it. But what's up? What's up, Jaden? How are you? Yeah, welcome to our little corner of insanity and madness. I'm not going crazy by this game, I swear.
People follow me into the sea. I don't force them, they just follow to see the creature.
What is the creature?
I'm not sure what you'd call it. A wisp? A star? So bright, and warm, and loving.
You sure?
I don't know why it leaves me. It only wants the others. It feeds on them.
How does it
When
feed?
I look down, I black out. But if I can just keep looking forward, no blackouts. I can just swim back to the top when it's finished.
It's so bloody warm. Open a window, turn on a fan. You know. Air conditioning. What's wrong with looking down?
You really want to know? If I look down, it's writhing. Just limbs of people from the clubs and the bars. Not just from this week, but last week, last month, last year.
What?
They
That
all
long?
look terrified, but somehow still alive. The creature. It's all inside them, poking holes through them that they shouldn't have.
Oh, spooky.
It just eats them. Slowly.
Damn. The creature
Missing
eats them.
people. That's where they go. I don't know I'm doing it. I swear I don't, Doctor. The creature. I hear it. It's hungry. Nobody can know. It's our secret.
Oh. This is insane. What missing people?
I can't explain what happened with John. He followed me back from the bar that night and swam with me under the ocean. I blacked out. He'd gone.
Who's
You
John?
must have read about John in the news. He was a local student who went missing. He was a looker. And he had a way with words, but he was also a cheat. The creature liked eating him a lot. But I can't explain what happened next.
Yeah, I went oof. Dangerous Jaden went oof. What happened next to
I
John?
left him to be eaten. And the next morning, he turns up in my bed at my house. He's not wet at all. No signs he's been in the sea, but he has holes in him. lots of holes. His inside is on the outside. Just a ball of tangled worms. And now they're blaming me, but you knew that, Doctor, didn't you? That's why I'm here.
What the hell? Why are you really here?
They think I killed John. John and some others. They need to know whether I'm insane or not.
Did you kill
No.
John?
The creature killed John.
Need to get your nose checked because I got a stack of pennies. Oh my. Who needs to know whether you're
No,
insane?
He says I'm insane, but that he needs you to rubber stamp it. Do you think I'm insane, Doctor?
Hmm. Is she insane? Is she actually insane? Is she okay? You're
Thank you.
insane.
Doctor. That's all I ever needed to hear you say. It's our secret. What will you tell people, that I'm feeding people to a creature at the bottom of the ocean? What proof do you have? You can't tell on me. You know what you do to me. When you visit. I let you do it because sometimes I'm ashamed of what I've done.
What do I do?
You make me feel like I deserve it.
What? I delete pennies from Canada, so I get nickel backs. Back from work, and what's up, GoCore? How are you doing? What do I do when I visit you?
Inside me, Doctor. And it hurts. And you don't care.
Someone else turned up at your home.
You're a naughty one, Doctor. You know you visited my home. Why do you keep denying it?
And why is the catch game mode dog shit right now, Shark? I did not visit you at home.
Don't you remember? That's a shame. You had fun.
What the? What did we
If you can't
do?
remember, I'm certainly not going to enlighten you. She's the woman that took over the loan I had with Dr. Dekker.
This is honestly crazy. Oh, Elin, you're wearing something different today. No one people who think they're random, I'm a potato. Do you know anything about the prescription
What
pad?
about the prescription pad?
Do you know about the
Someone
death
was
threats?
sending Dr. Dekker death threats. Had no idea. You never said anything to me about it.
Work is share factory. It's considered a headshot. BRB. Okie dokie, GoCore. Did you take the pad?
Yes, I took it. I had to.
What the hell? Why do you have to steal
Dr.
the
Dekker
pad?
told me he could use it to take away my gift. I'm good. I feel better. Last session, that was all negative. I don't want to be like that. I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies.
Yay, cookies. Why are you feeling negative?
I'm a happy person. And really, what's the point of being miserable? It doesn't matter what's going on at work or anything. Happy is the only goal. Max told me that.
You're
I think
insane.
some footballer might have said it.
She is.
I told
Who's
you
Max
about
again?
Max, right? Didn't I mention him before? Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77. He was one of my patients. I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweetheart of his, apparently. Only Max didn't die. He actually got better somehow. And then he came and asked me to do it again.
Coulda wish that we were better now. Better now. Wait, what? Okay. Who was Max's
Eleanor, her
sweetheart?
name was, or is. Like I say, he doesn't even know where she is now. But she obviously still loves him. When I shifted, I felt all fluttery and excited. It's so sweet, isn't it?
Those are song lyrics. Shark. 21 Pilots. You're not living if you don't know 21 Pilots, Shark.
Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I felt a bit weird when he asked me. But he said he just wanted to have one more date with her, and then he wouldn't ask me again. And to be fair, he was a perfect gentleman. I mean, I didn't want to have that conversation.
Why would Dr. Dekker want to take away your gift?
Just trying to cure me. I mean, I thought he believed that I could shift, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just humoring me the whole time.
Did you kill
I could
Dekker?
never hurt anyone. You have to believe me, Doctor.
She grew up with 21 Pilots. My personal favorites are Stressed Out and Heathens. Yeah, then you should know that that line is from Stressed Out, Shark. You should know this. Thank you for bringing me a
You're very
present.
welcome.
That felt so fake. What's in the
Usual
cookies?
stuff. Flour, sugar, butter, chocolate chips, and my special ingredient. A little herbalist magic to give you some pep. You look like you need it.
Stressed out for life. Guess what? I didn't know he was meaning to that. You put herbs in the cookies.
You can put herbal remedies in food. The effect's more subtle, but it does work.
She put herbs in my cookies. Fuck that. No, I'm not eating them. Why did you shift again for Max?
Because Max didn't die, he saw me change back after I let go of his hand. There wasn't anything I could do about it.
Why didn't Max
I
die?
don't know why Max didn't die. It usually works.
Wait, what? What do you mean by usually works?
I just mean when I shift. They see their loved one and say what they have to say, and then there's nothing stopping them from moving on. Why? What did you think I meant?
I think you meant that they You kill him. You kill them. Yeah. Just ask someone else a question. Is he jam one more than me? Alright, let's talk to Claire now. How are you today?
I'm fine. I killed David. Again. Like you told me to.
Good. Do you see
Anushka's
Anushka
fine,
again?
I would imagine. Her father came over to talk about the missing cat. It would have been an easier conversation had I not been splattered in blood and sweating like a milkmaid.
What did Anushka's
It
father
seemed like
do?
he wanted to give me a piece of his mind, but when he saw the state I was in, he fled. There were no police that turned up. I suspect I've got away with it, at least this second time. Now all that's left is for you to write up my diagnosis.
What
That I'm not
diagnosis?
sound of mind. That I wasn't sound of mind when I killed David. It's up to you whether you want to mention any of our other conversations. I'm happy either way.
How did you kill David?
With an axe. I got him to put his head
Alright, brick motion. I'll catch
on
you
the
later.
wood
Have a
block.
good one.
He didn't really know what he was doing. He trusted me. I cut off his head.
Damn.
When I picked it up, he was smiling.
Oh.
Probably a muscle spasm.
Back? Welcome back, Gokor. What else can you tell me about
The
Dekker?
continuing saga of Dr. Dekker. After he'd seen David and done his due diligence, he came up with an offer I couldn't refuse. Remember? The one I told you about when we first met.
I do. What was his offer?
Dr. Dekker wanted me to reanimate him. He said he would kill David unless I agreed.
Damn. How are you supposed to
He
reanimate
called me on
him?
Valentine's night. He promised to use a disposable phone so there would be no trace. I was supposed to come here, where I would find him dead, and then reanimate him. I agreed immediately. It seems that Dr. Dekker went through with his half of the agreement. But I forgot to turn up.
Oh my.
I never saw Dr. Dekker's prescription pad. I imagine he kept it hidden away. To stop people stealing
Thanks.
it?
Had to check something? Yeah, gotcha. Did you write death threats on the
I've
pad?
already told you, I never saw his prescription pad, so of course I didn't write him death threats. It sounds like someone is trying to frame me. Who's trying to frame me, Doctor?
What if I don't think you're insane? Why would Dekker want to kill David? Do you think Mariana is framing you? Why would Dekker want to kill
Yes.
David?
Dr. Dekker threatened to kill David. That terrified me at the time. I
Lyric
still had
pranks are
hope
old.
that David would recover.
When you ending? Once the game is over, Gokor. Do you think
I
Mariana
don't
is
really know
framing
the
you?
girl, but I did buy out her loan from Dr. Dekker. I mainly did it to shut him up about it. But can you imagine having him as a creditor? That poor girl. I hope it didn't accrue anything more than interest.
This game, can you not find the killer at the end? Damn, everyone died in the heist. That's a rip. What if I don't think you're
Doctor.
insane?
Did I tell you about that time that I used the power of my mind to bring my husband back to life? I can't imagine what I'd do to the psychiatrist that double-crossed me. But I'm sure it will be fun.
Oh,
For
damn.
me, at least.
She is crazy. How are you
I'm
today?
not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour, and I slept for 8 hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
You good, Bryce? Why do you think you're doomed?
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me.
How?
It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it.
Did you?
I took his body. It was me. I took it from the coffin because I didn't want him put in the ground. I don't know what I was going to do with him. I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him. But the body disappeared.
How?
I know you want to be buried, but it's never the end, is it? I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial, but when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked, and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
Maybe Dekker's back from the dead?
It had crossed my mind that Dr. Dekker perhaps resurrected himself. Maybe he wasn't dead, just sleeping.
Maybe somebody else moved Dekker's
Someone
body?
else moved Dekker. They'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again. Why go to the trouble of locking up again?
Maybe he
teleported. It's not out of the
teleported.
question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me, it can teleport too. I think the thing might be Dekker. Is the thing Dekker?
Spelling ending stream just asking. Once we finish the game, MJ, and this is the final act, so soon. I'll be right back. That's true, we do have 10 likes. I think
so
the
it
thing
is.
is Dekker, yeah?
The thing is Dekker, and the thing wants to kill me. Please, tell Jessica I love her.
It's not a choice made by asking if you get the right questions or not. You can ask all the questions. I think it randomly generates a certain scenario, this game does. I was kind of trying to read a bit about it without spoiling myself, so we'll just wait and see. But I think it's a different killer and a different sort of scenario every game you play of this. So it's got kind of different unique endings, but it's like a randomly generated sort of one, I think. How's Jessica?
Jessica has had a restraining order taken out against me and her daughter. I showed her the photos, and then the rest is a blur. She was screaming, hitting me, pushing me away. In hindsight, showing her the photos might not have been the best thing to do.
Ah, that he is. That he is. Are you still stealing things?
I teleported back into the art gallery after our session, in the midnight hour. I replaced the painting, so I haven't stolen anything for a long time now. Perhaps a cheeky borrow best describes it.
What's been happening in the midnight
I tried
hour?
to avoid my extra hour. I tried to sleep through it. I did try one thing. I spied on you, Doctor. You have a strangeness, don't you?
What strangeness do I have?
You live in the same house as Dr. Dekker. I spied on him several times, so I know the house very well. You kept it almost entirely the same. Why did you live in the same house as Dr. Dekker? Is it a perk? Or you, Dr. Dekker?
Yes, I'm... What? Am I Dr. Dekker? The house is a
Thought it
perk?
might be a perk. I'm sorry I spied on you. I was just getting worried that you weren't who you said you were. Just some mannerisms, strangeness. It's good you've adopted his dog, though. I'm not sure many people would have done.
Do you know anything about the missing prescription pad?
pad? I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious?
Death threats on the pad.
Kudos to whoever had the guts to do that. Wasn't me. What did they say? You've piqued my interest now.
That thing was looking at you.
Following me. It doesn't have a face. I saw it close up when it was standing over me. It has no face, no eyes, no mouth, no nothing. Inside its hood is just space. Just a black hole.
So you were trying to sleep through the night?
I tried to sleep through my extra hour. I didn't want to face it. That thing has been taunting me. I wish I was still religious.
Alright, now I could talk to Nathan. Have we asked everything we could ask these guys? Alright, so now I talk to Nathan. How are you today?
You know who killed Dr. Dekker, so you're gonna have a good day. Can we talk a bit about hypnotism, though?
Hypnotism?
I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized. How would I know if I had any? I think that the hypnotism didn't take, but maybe Dr. Dekker did hypnotize me, and it did work, and he told me to think that it didn't. I think I found one of the key words.
What key word?
I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone to my dad last night, and he said something, and boom, I fell asleep. Normally I wish that kind of thing would happen, but it just happened. I phoned him back. I thought it was seconds, but it was an hour later. I asked him what he'd said. He'd watched some NASA program. He was reading off planets. It was one of them.
Ah. Pluto.
Pluto's not a planet, is it? And why are you even trying?
That's that girl again. The hell? Who murdered Dekker?
This might feel like the darkest timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline. I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I look at one of your other patients. Or maybe even your assistant.
Oh. Do you know about the prescription
pad's
pad?
missing. The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks?
How are they
Suppose
covering
it
their
could be a
tracks?
coincidence, but I'm guessing whoever murdered Dr. Dekker stole his prescription pad.
How have things been with
Things have been
Mariana?
interesting. Thanks to Mariana. We went on
Why?
a date. Well, sort of. She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know, I'm lying in my bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana dance, the day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me?
Why do you need a buffet right now, Shark? Have you, like, not had anything to eat for a while? Maybe.
Thanks, Doctor. That's what I'm hoping.
How do you feel about Hannah
I'm at
now?
peace with Hannah now. I can save her. And I'll keep trying, but I must move forward. I did kind of ask you not to talk about this anymore, but I suppose you're not taking notes.
No food for you, Shark. Dun dun dun. Mars?
I don't want it to be triggered.
Saturn? What's he doing? Anything clear of him taking notes?
So he did plant me with something. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me. And thank you. You know, there's something I've not been telling you.
What?
It's about time travel.
Okay.
I read a book about time travel. I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel. I couldn't control it, but at the end of each day, I would travel back in time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS, and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once. The doctor said she was legally still alive. The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around. It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital, because I woke up the next day, present day. Things had changed.
What?
Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. It said she was killed instantly. Nothing else changed. Her family seemed to hate me more, which is ironic, because the first time around, they pulled her off life support. So I saved them the indignity. Now they just think it was my careless driving that caused her death.
Why
I
lie?
haven't been lying. As far as everyone's concerned, she died in that car accident. Instantly. I didn't have time. I jumped back to the split second the accident happened. The truck was already on us. I swerved left the first time, so I tried right. If I could have saved her, I would have done. I didn't want her to die.
Interesting. Alright, accuse. Oh, so now we get to accuse who the murderer is. Oh, so who murdered Dr. Dekker? Bryce, Claire, Elin, Jaya, Nathan, Mariana. Huh. Who murdered Dr. Dekker? Well, I don't think it was Nathan. I can't say it was Bryce either. Did Mariana kill Dekker? Huh. Now that dream, she didn't say it was her. Huh. Jaya?
I'd be careful what you say next, Doctor. After all, I know these sessions are being recorded. My job is to support the doctor, but only if the doctor is making the patients better. Do you think you're making the patients better, Doctor? I wasn't even here on Valentine's Day, and I wouldn't hurt a fly. If you believe, as I do, that we're here to help patients restore their sanity, to restore order, then you'd be happy that Dr. Dekker was gone, regardless of who did it. Nobody wants the inmates running the asylum, do they? Well, let's say you're right, that I did kill him. My job is more important than yours. I watch every doctor that comes through those doors, making sure they keep their heads. Without me, we'd have chaos. Without you, we'd have another doctor. So, Doctor, let me ask you again. Who do you think killed Dr. Dekker? Was it me? Or was it you?
You caught the killer. But what about your patients? And what about you? Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Einstein.
So I've got a new dog, a basset hound. She's got these big floppy ears and a really sad face. You know, even sadder than I look. Ginger. I call her Ginger. She's a rescue.
And Bunny, how are you?
But since I've had Ginger, I've never looked back. Literally. Not one day.
I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Mutually assured delusions? I think Dr. Dekker was projecting his weird fantasies on me, and it was just going to be easier to go along with it. To participate. I feel much better now I know I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't hurt anyone. Did I?
Terry's been promoted to night sister. She hadn't been in, and I thought she was off sick, but apparently she was on a course. So, she's my new boss now. I've already started looking for other jobs. It's no secret Terry hates me. But, you know, gotta be positive about it. I could have a completely fresh start.
Yay.
There's a job on the children's ward I'm going to go for.
There's no need to go over old ground. I understand. David died when I stabbed him, and everything else since, everything else that's happened, that was all me. David, Anushka's father, Iris. What's next for me, Doctor? How do we cure what I have? By all accounts, and thanks to a very unfriendly jury, it seems like we're going to have quite a lot of time to figure that out.
I think I was in my own head too much, manifesting things that weren't there. But I'm very much an art connoisseur now. It's definitely helping keeping me sane. I realize that I'm a very visual person, and paintings can keep me occupied for hours. I go to Providence whenever I get the time. It's the local art gallery here. The best time to go is late at night. you get the place all to yourself.
Psychiatric Assessment Unit.
The curse continues at Dr. Dekker's psychiatry practice, where another physician has been murdered by a patient. Found by night cleaning staff, Dr. Dekker's replacement was pinned to the chair with a paper spike, in what police are describing as a copycat murder. Jaya. You're supposed to be looking after them. How many more do we have to go through before you get a good one?
Damn. This is where you end off? Indeed this is. This was very, very intriguing, I guess. We could replay and start a new game. The power of deduction. Lucky guess. Hinty aftertaste. Spell chat changes. Make a screenshot for me, please. Yeah, if I'm on around that time, sure. But this is where we end off the stream. So this was the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. So always be sure to hit that like button if you guys haven't. Subscribe if you're new. And turn on the notifications. This game has driven us down a mad road where a lot of strange, interesting things happened. But this is the end of our road. The madness has come to its end. It's all a cycle. A cycle of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again. We're gonna replay the game. No, I'm kidding. But this is the end of this little story. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the beginning of a new one, where we start Beyond Two Souls. So later, guys, have a great night. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Peace out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.